ಜೋರು ಧ್ವನಿ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಅರುಣಾಚಲ ಶಿವ, ಅರುಣಾಚಲ ಶಿವ. ಎಸ್, ಅಂತ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹು ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಸರ್ವಪಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಧಾಕೃಷ್ಣರವರ ಮೊಮ್ಮಗ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ಮುಖೇನ ಬರ್ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯಂ ಶರ್ಮಾರವರನ್ನ ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸ್ತಾ ಶಾಂತಾರಾಮಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರ ಆದಿಯಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಲ್ಮೆಯ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ನಮ್ಮ SP ಸರ್ ಕೂಡ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸರ್, ತಮಗೂ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಜನ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಕರಿಗೆ ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟು ಆಗಮಿಸಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. MGR ಮಣಿ ಸರ್ ಆಗಮಿಸಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ತಮಗೂ ನಲ್ಮೆಯ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಮೈಕ್ ಗುರುದೇವೋ ಮಹಾದೇವೋ ಗುರುದೇವೋ ಸದಾಶಿವ ಗುರುರ್ ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ ಪರಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ತಸ್ಮೈ ಶ್ರೀ ಓಕೆ. ಜೈ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುದೇವ್.
ಸದಾ ಶಿವ ಸಮಾರಂಭಂ ಶಂಕರಾಚಾರ್ಯ ಮಧ್ಯಮಂ ಅಸ್ಮದಾಚಾರ್ಯ ಪರ್ಯಂತಂ ವಂದೇ ಗುರು ಪರಂಪರಂ. Here today, we take blessings from all the gurus, starting from Shankara to Shankaracharya to the latest guru who have trained you in all the things. I welcome you all today for an auspicious Bhadrapada Paurnami, Shiva Tattva Katha. We are all fortunate and blessed today that on this auspicious occasion of Bhadrapada Paurnami and even Chandra Grahana, we are here. And whenever there is a Bhadrapada Paurnami and there is a lunar eclipse on that day, or general in eclipse also, the result of japa, bhajan, kirtan, nididhyasan, whatever you do in this eclipse time or throughout the day gives you laksha japa result. It's like it's 1 lakh times you get the result of this kirtan and bhajan. So we are blessed today, all of us, to be here and do the Shiva Kirtan today. So we are here to know the Shiva Tattva Katha. So first things, my bandhujanas, what we all think is we know a lot about Shiva. Even I used to think so. In the last decade, I have studied so much that I still feel I know a very little. So Shiva is Ananta. So we're trying to reach out to Shiva Tattva. Why we name this as Shiva Tattva Katha is Shiva Tattvam is a form of Shiva, right? To know about Shiva, the best part is to do two things. First thing is to know about the Shiva Tattva, the form of Shiva. Second thing is study about the Shiva Bhaktas. In South India, we are blessed that we have 63 Nayanars whose stories are really good enough. The Bhaktas are very, very popular. So two things we got to do to know Shiva. First is to know the Shiva Tattva, the form of Shiva in which he lives, and knowing about the Shiva Bhakta. When you read about Shiva Bhakta, when you do Gungan of Shiva Bhakta, then definitely Lord Shiva is very, very happy about those Bhaktas and even who are reading about them. So you get all the things what you want from Lord Shiva in that way. And today being Bhadrapada Paurnami, it's really good enough to be here. So let us first look at few attributes. As I've told you initially, we think we know a lot about Lord Shiva. So in this session, in this satsang, if we can know even one new thing today, we should be happy. Yes or no? Definitely. So attributes of Shiva. Right? The attributes of Shiva is the few attributes I'll tell you initially, then eventually we'll move on to what we can do and know more about Lord Shiva. The attributes are, the very first thing is, Shiva has no beginning. Shiva has no beginning. Shiva has no end. When there was nothing in this universe, before the sun, before the before the planets, before the earth, before the moon, Shiva was still there. Shiva was still there. His seat is the Himalayas. Entire universe, entire consciousness is his body. There is nothing in the world where Shiva doesn't exist. In every atom of creations, Shiva is there. Even quantum physics proves that Shiva is there in every particle. So Himalaya is his seat and his body is entire universe. Shiva drank poison to give us nectar in our lives. Hala hala. He drank poison to give us nectar in his life. Shiva does the destruction, but the destruction of the negative qualities in us. That's what Shiva does. The destruction is all about what negatives we have. If you follow Shiva tattva, if you know the forms of Shiva, managing this small life of 70 to 80 years is very, very easy. You don't need a physician, you don't need a psychiatrist, you don't need a doctor, you don't need anybody. All you need to know is the Shiva tattva, the forms where Shiva exists. So here he is drinking the poison, the hala hala for us. He's holding it on here and is saving us from all the sins and gives us the nectar in us, in our lives. And then he is pure. He is precious. Shiva is the most precious one. Do not leave Lord Shiva from your life. He is very, very precious. He has to be preserved where? Not in the temples, not in our homes. He has to be preserved within, inside. That is Lord Shiva is all about. Shiva is just there with you. Just close your eyes, all of you, for a second, and the very first silence in your eyes, Shiva can be seen. The first silence when you close your eyes, Shiva can be seen. That's how Shiva is all about. Shiva is there with you. Darshanat Prasarambika. Darshanat Prasarambika. Jananat Kamalalaye. Jananat Kamalalaye. Kashyantu Maranan Mukti. Saranat Arunachale. Saranat Arunachale. Sharanat Arunachale. This is one famous sloka from one of our Puranas which says that please go for the darshan of Chidambara. Please go for the darshan of Chidambara and you get liberation. You get moksha. Please be born. If you are born in Tiruvarur, the sacred town in Tamil Nadu, you get moksha. If you are dying in your last times you are in Kasi, you get moksha. But one thing is the greatest of all these things. You don't need to be born somewhere. You don't need to be having darshana somewhere. You don't need to be dying somewhere in Kashi. You just have smarana of Arunachala, then you will get that liberation. Such powerful is Arunachala Shiva. And today while we are sitting here, more than 500,000 to 600,000 people are doing their Giri Pradakshana in Arunachala. So let us do the Smarana of Arunachala and start our day today. Arunachala Shiva. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Aruna Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Aruna Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Aruna Shiva, Akshaya Linga, Atmalinga, Akshaya Linga, ईशा इह पर सुखदायका इह पर सुखदायका ईशा इह पर सुखदायका अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिवा ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः 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 अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिव. So this is the importance of Nam Jap. If you do Nama Japam, this gives you immense benefits in life. For Nama Jap, we all think that there should be some rules, rituals, postures. What kind of rules need to be followed early in the morning, late in the evening, not in the Asura Sandhya Vela or Sandhya Vela or what all. There are no rules and rituals for Nama Japam at all. No postures required, nothing required. There are people in the world who have mentioned this Nama Japa only once in life, but still they have got liberation in their lives. That's powerful is Nama Japa. There are no rules. Just do it even once in life. You're done with it. If you look at the famous story of Gajendra Moksha, I think most of you might have heard of it. The famous story of Gajendra Moksha, if you look at it, the Gajendra, the king of the elephants, the Gajendra was having his family time in a small lake. In a forest, he was having his family time and he was just in the lake having bath and all. Then suddenly a strong crocodile struck his leg and it was catching it for ages together. And this was the Gajendra who was before, in his last janma, he was a king. He was a king, Indradyumna. His name was Indradyumna. He was a king. He got a shrap because he has never ever uttered the word Namah Shivaya or Narayana throughout his life. So he's got a shrapa that he should be born like Gajendra, and he was the richest and most strongest king, but still that crocodile named Huhu has caught him. And then he has prayed Lord Vishnu, and even Lord Vishnu with that one single Gajendra Moksha Aradhana, he has liberated, he has freed Gajendra. What do we know from this Gajendra Moksha story? It's that even a single time at the end of your life also, a single time at the end of the life also, if you utter the word Narayana, then definitely liberation is for you. Indradyumna, the king, throughout his life, he has never uttered Narayana's word. That's the reason he had that. Huhu, the crocodile which was catching his feet, its name was Huhu. That Huhu was nothing but a Gandharva. A Gandharva in his last life, a Gandharva was always and always, the Gandharva was criticizing the saints. Whenever we see any saint in life, any sadhu, real one, good one, whatever you see, you just say namaskara, walk off. Any criticism would lead to bad deeds which may not be affecting your life. So Huhu, the crocodile, was criticizing the saints, and that happened with him. He was taken a janma of crocodile, and once Gajendra got the moksha, even the Huhu, the crocodile, also got moksha. Then the beautiful lake which Lord Vishnu has created, Ritumat. Lord Vishnu creates Maya for you throughout his life. The Ritumat lake was such a beautiful one. In Puranas is described as one of the most beautiful lake in its times, with beautiful grass and even so much thing around it and swans moving up. It was full of beauty, and inside there were dangerous crocodiles. There were dangerous crocodiles. If you look into our lives also, lives look very beautiful. Some people, if you see, you can look around people around you, you feel these people are happy in lives. Their social media says so many things about them. Holiday trip, international trip, that, this, new gadgets, new cars, what all. But the lake Ritumat tells you that the outer picture could be very beautiful, but there are dangerous things inside the lake. So here, friends, Ritumat lake is an example of that, where you got to be careful. Only the mantra Om Namah Shivaya, only the mantra Arunachala Shiva can save you from these kind of beautifully looking lakes in your life with dangerous crocodiles inside. So this is what it is. The crocodile's grip is nothing but samsara. The crocodile's grip is nothing but samsara. The way the crocodile was catching Gajendra's leg, it is nothing but samsara. All of us have seen that. Most of us look like we are in Grahastha ashram, we are Grahastha. So samsara is like crocodile's grip. It catches you in a way that who can relieve you from that samsara's grip? It's only Lord Vishnu or Mahashiva can save you. There is no gap between Shiva Keshava, friends. Shiva Keshava, both are same. There is no difference between them. Samsara is the crocodile. The crocodile's grip on you is samsara's grip. Your wife, your husband, your children, your relatives, your work, your life, your everything is nothing but samsara. That crocodile's grip is samsara. It catches you and nothing else. Many of the people today I see, they go to therapies, they go to psychologists for work-life balance. Many other things they do. Nothing is required. All you need is Naam Jap. And something like today, the Naam Jap is 100,000 times yielding more result. So that samsara grip has to be left in over. So friends, Gajendra's story, Gajendra Moksha, we don't get much time in satsangs like this. But otherwise, Gajendra Moksha is itself is a 3 to 4 hours of topic. Right, friends? So here, Nama Jap, we are discussing about the importance of Nama Jap. One Nama Jap from Gajendra. Gajendra throughout his life never uttered the word Narayana. He uttered the word Narayana. He is liberated. Similarly, friends, Draupadi Vastraharan, most of you might have known that story. Draupadi Vastraharan, it shows, I don't need to tell the story here, you know what happened there. So it shows that Draupadi was in the midst of enjoying her new kingdom. She was in the midst of enjoying her new kingdom. Can you imagine that trouble can come anytime? Did she ever imagine that this kind of trouble can come in her life at that point of time? No. Right? And all the elders were sitting around her. Did you see? All the elders of the family were sitting around her in Draupadi Vastraharan, but still did the elders help? Elders became helpless. Trouble can come anytime. Elders become helpless. Entire support system which was supposed to defend her, did it defend? It means the government can be helpless. Elders can be helpless. Trouble can shoot you at any point of time, but still nothing can save you. That's what has happened with Draupadi. At that point of time, only one word, Krishna, has helped her at that point. Elders failed. Government failed, the system failed, and even the trouble can come anytime. It doesn't need anything. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Harane Paramatmane Klamasha Vashinashaya Govindaya Namo Namah. So here, Krishna, the word, she has uttered and she is done with it. So under those conditions, Nama Japa, again, Nama Japa is such a powerful thing, it can save you from any kind of things. Even if you utter one word, last time, there's a story of Ajamilu. Ajamilu was a Vartaka, his son. He's never uttered the word Narayana in throughout his life, never uttered the word Shiva in his life throughout. But at the end of his deathbed, when he was sleeping on his deathbed and about to leave his life, he called his second son Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Straight away, liberation. Don't do like Ajamilu. Okay, you don't wait until the end, right? That happened in Satyuga because we live in Kali Yuga, so it doesn't happen here. Ajamilu just said Narayana and he is done in his life. Such is the power of Nama Japa. So friends, Shiva tattva is beyond few things. Can anybody define Lord Shiva and his tattva? No. We can only know what is possible around him, his attributes, his physiology, his composition, his composed of what elements. Only these things we can know in Shiva tattva, but we can't define Shiva tattva. Shiva is beyond few things. In Advaita, if you ask me, I've been reading Advaita for over a decade now. If you ask me, tell me about Advaita in a single line, I cannot say. I will say, Neti Neti, that's it. What is not, what is not, what is not. But what is it? I can't say. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi has written a beautiful jewel called Who Am I? Even in that, he says, Neti Neti, what is not. Shiva Tattva also is saying, we need to understand what is he made up of. Composition, physiology, composed of what? The elements in it. All these things composed of Shiva Tattva Katha. So here, friends, the first thing is Shiva is beyond the moon. He carries the Chandra in his head, so he's beyond the moon. Moon is nothing but it is a period, the periodical. It changes time by time. The cycle of time is period, it's time. He carries it there. He carries Ganga. He's beyond impurity and he's beyond purity. He carries Ganga. Ganga has the power. Ganga in itself can go through any kind of lakes and all, but still it is pure because Shiva is beyond purity. Shiva is beyond the poisonous thing which we carry. Parvati has put her hand on the Shiva's neck to stop the halakala. Shiva is beyond purity, beyond poisonous things. He is beyond everything. Shiva is beyond Jata. From his Jata, if you see, Ganga goes in his Jatas are there. Jata is nothing but it's a symbol of prana. We do pranayama, right? So in pranayama, Jata is nothing but it's a prana of Shiva's life, and once we go to Shiva, Shiva is beyond prana. That's the reason if you see Shiva is there in your life before death, Shiva isn't there in your life after that also. Shiva is the prana, that's why he carries the Jata. So that's the reason, friends, Shiva is always there in you. If you have 3 family members today, you have 4 family members, you have 6 family members, just add 1 from today because you got to search for Shiva from inside and he will be the 5th or 4th or 6th family member from today, because Shiva, you have to do that, you have to incarnate that Shiva in you. We have a program called Sharanagati. What we teach you there is, we say living with Shiva. Living with Shiva. When you live with Shiva, you don't have to have any other mechanism to function because Shiva functions that mechanism. He carries the Trishula. It's a symbol of balance. Do you know most of the things today, most of the, not as, I don't say diseases, but most of the irregularities, most of the imbalances, whether it is diabetes or ADHD in kids or anxiety disorders, most of this happen just because the balance of energies is missing. When the balance of energy misses in life, then definitely you will have disorders. Not diseases, disorders. And if these disorders are not mechanized in a way to balance them, then it becomes a disease. Diabetes is a disorder. Thyroid is a disorder. These things are in disorder stage initially. The Shiva carries the Trishula. The Shiva carries the Trishula and balances the energy of the world. So here, balancing, if you get that manifestation of Shiva Tattva in you, managing these energy levels, balancing these energy levels are easy, especially in the Gen Z kids. I don't see many of them here, especially in the Gen Z kids, the kind of therapies they go to today, the kind of things they watch out, it's required that energy levels have to be balanced. That's what Shiva's Trishula shows us. He can balance the entire universal consciousness with the Trishula. Shiva's Dhamru, if you see, Shiva's Dhamru, it's all about, it generates the first ever sound was generated with Shiva's Dhamaruka, and the Dhamaruka balances your energy along with the Trishula. So friends, Shiva is all about within our body. There is nothing outside that we need to go and search for Shiva. Shiva tattva, it's all about what we have from inside. The biggest fear factor, the biggest thing in your life today, most of you, if you see, what is the biggest problem in your life? Many of us, we can answer, we can just check out, you say fear. Is it not? Fear is the biggest worry, biggest problem in our life today. Fear of job, fear of relationships, fear of income, fear of diseases, fear of everything. This is where Shiva Tattva is beyond your cycle of change, beyond so many things, that it can come and balance your energy levels, and it can get you into a Shiva Tattva where energy balances can happen in a very good way. So here we say, Sarvam Shivamayam Jagat. Sarvam Shivamayam Jagat. So here, if you search for Shiva in a temple, Shiva is just, if you think Shiva is only in the temple, it's not the right way. Shiva is in every atom, every creation. You could see Shiva is there. So here, Sarvam Jagat is Shiva Mayam. So here, friends, Shiva Tattva. I've now just told you about the attributes of Shiva and what is Shiva Tattva can be. Now we'll small discussion about Shiva, how and why it is a union and bliss and freedom. In Chidambara Kshetra, there was a small 3-year-old boy. There was a small 3-year-old boy, and his father brought him to the temple. In those days we used to have Vyakarana Mandapam. Right, maybe some people who might have known about it. Vyakarana was taught in a certain place called Vyakarana Mandapam, and his father, the 3-year-old boy's father, brought him to the Vyakarana Mandapam, made him sit in the temple, and he said, I will go to the divine temple lake, take a bath, and come back. And then he said to the 3-year-old child, you don't worry. You don't worry. Here, listen carefully what parents in those days used to teach their children. He told the 3-year-old child, you don't worry about anything. Me, myself and my wife, your mother, we are only the parents whom we call ourselves as parents, but the real parents are not us. That the real parents are not us. He has shown the Shiva Parvati on the mandapa. He said, these are the real parents. She is your mother and he is the universal father. We are only biologically related in this janma. So these are the real parents. I'll go take a bath and come back. By that time, if you have any trouble, call your real mother and your real father, universal father, Lord Shiva. These are the things parents used to teach in those days. This is how Sanatana Dharma is one of the greatest aspect of our life. All of us, the first fortunate thing what we have done in our life is we have taken a birth in Sanatana Dharma. So here he said, I'll go to the lake, have the divine bath, come back. The child was carefully seeing his father. Father went in, has taken a dip in the lake, and then normally in those days, it's not like our Kumbh Mela, just got in 1 second, got out and done. Right? That kind of snana is not performed in those days. It was with Rudra, Mantra, all those things. He just dipped in. The child had no patience. He thought his father is drowned. Right? And he started crying, looking at Parvati, Amma, Amma, and he was crying again and again. And with this kind of utterances, Lord Shiva and Parvati just walked in, and Lord Shiva said, you are a universal mother. Don't you know how to pacify this child and make him calm? Parvati, being Parvati all the time, she was a universal mother. She just went in, has taken the child, and Shiva said, give him the milk. Parvati has taken her permission from Lord Shiva. She said, if I feed him with my milk, you know what happens. Shiva said, yes, I know what happens. Then they have pacified the child. Parvati has given him that milk, and they just vanished. And the father from the lake, he has come out, and he was carefully looking at the child. There were some droplets of milk on his face, he said, "What the thuggest thing you have done? Why did you take somebody else's milk?" And immediately within seconds, the 3-year-old child completely was singing beautiful hymns of Lord Shiva for minutes and hours and hours and hours. Entire temple got astonished because he has drank the Parvati's milk. He had all the divine knowledge in him. He is nobody but Gnana Sambandar, one of the topmost Nayanars in Tamil Nadu, 63 Nayanas, the biggest Shiva Bhakta, Gnana Sambandar, who is associated to Chidambara temple. From then, he lived only for 16 years, friends. 16 years only he has lived. But in these 16 years, the hymns he has written, more than 30,000 poems he has written about Shiva, Ardhanarishvara, with the kind of devout devotion he had. In every temple he used to visit, a chariot was to be sent, a palluki was to be sent to a small 4-year-old child, 5-year-old child. Throughout his life he has written so many hymns. With his miraculous powers, he has healed many people's diseases within no time. He has done that, and by the age of 16, his parents, as usual, like most of us, forced him to get married, and that was not acceptable to the divine, and he was standing in the marriage clothes along with his family in front of Shiva Linga in Chidambara Kshetra. Entire family got liberated into the Adhisthana. That's what happened with Gnana Sambandar. Friends, these stories may seem simple, but today on this Bhadrapada Paurnami, you heard about Gnana Sambandar. Why? The reason I'm saying so many times Gnana Sambandar, these names are those hymns to Shiva. Shiva becomes happy. Arunachala Shiva, Chidambara Nataraja, Ardhanarishvara gets happy with these words. Gnana Sambandar. What do we learn from Gnana Sambandar's life? Right? No age is too small for devotion. Was 3 years too small? No. In 3 years, he has got that epic devotion. Right? And no age is too big as well. Whether you're 3 years old, whether you're 90 years old, getting into devotion is easy. Getting in is easy. It's not like our IITs or whatever IIMs and all. It's not that difficult. Any age you can get in. The symbol of devotion is all about small prayer. Many people come to me and ask, Acharya, where do we start our spiritual journey? Is there a place to start? No. Is there a time to start? No. Is there any specific lagna or muhurata to start spirituality? No. Did Gnana Sambandar look at any kind of timings and started it? Just prayed to the Lord because his parent, his father told him that these are the real mother and father. How many of us here, most of us should be having children, how many of us have informed our kids that they are your real parents, not us, because they are the ones who are there always with you beyond this janma, behind this, and wherever you are, they are there. So the Father's divine direction, within seconds, Gnana Sambandar became what he is. So Shiva Tattva, friends, it's all about 3 things. Shiva Tattva is about the union, the bliss, and happiness. Shiva Tattva, it's about the union, the bliss, and happiness. The first thing is silence, then union, and bliss and happiness. Silence. Shiva Tattva has various forms. The first Shiva Tattva form what we discussed today is Parama Shiva. We normally randomly use words Parama Shiva, Sada Shiva, Adi Shiva and all. Parama Shiva is the form of silence. Right? Is a form of silence, Dakshinamurti Rupa. You look at Dakshinamurti Rupa, is Parama Shiva. The first Shiva Tattva form is nothing but Dakshinamurti is the first Shiva Tattva form where a young ascetic saint is sitting. I think most of you might have seen Dakshinamurti's picture. All of you might have seen, right? So here you have seen Dakshinamurti, a young ascetic childlike saint is sitting, and you have many old and saints and sages sitting in front of him. Did Dakshinamurti utter anything? No. He is in silence. He is in silence. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. There are so many books that we get, Ramana Maharshi's books, but did he ever utter a lot of things? No. Most of his time, 95% of his time in his life, he was in silence. Once there was a Nepali Bhakta, he was Gurkha. He went to Ramana Maharshi ashram. And all of them said that, what do you want to talk? Ramana doesn't speak Gurkha language. So he said, no, I just want to be there and all. He just went in. They've allowed him. Nepali Gurkha was just sitting there in front of Ramana for almost 10 minutes, looking at him, and he had just given him just one glimpse, and that Gurkha came out and told everybody that Ramana has given me all the solutions of my problems, perfect solutions. All the ashrama Antyavasis were worried. When did Ramana learn Gurkha? What bhasha and what did he tell him? How is it possible? But he said, all my problems are solved. Because friends, Bhaktajanas here, we do not have to have the answers from the divine. We don't have to have the answers from the divine. Dakshinamurti's silence is the answer. Dakshinamurti's silence is the answer. If you do not have a Dakshinamurti's picture in your house, a picture, an emblem, whatever your financial capabilities allow you, get a Dakshinamurti picture in your home. Put it facing the south of your direction of your home. Put it there, and Dakshinamurti's silence is a bliss for children at home. Whatever kind of children, whatever ages be it is, you just leave. This is a practical experience I have. Many a times I have seen a small kid, a toddler, you leave him in front of Dakshinamurti's picture on your shelf. He just goes there and he looks at it with a divine bliss. Try it out, it happens. Similarly, a school-going child, you don't have to have any hymns. Do I have to read Dakshinamurti Stotra? Yes, but if not possible, not required. Just go to Dakshinamurti, the Sadash, the Parama Shiva Rupa of Shiva, the silent Dakshinamurti. Just go there and sit in front of Dakshinamurti. Don't do any hymns, any mantras, any shlokas. Just sit in silence. And just open your eyes. Dakshinamurti has those answers for you. That is the most powerful form of Dakshinamurti. So try it out. The silence of Shiva is really great. Parama Shiva's Dakshinamurti Rupa. शिव कैलाशों के वासी, शिव कैलाशों के वासी, धौली धारों के राजा, शंकर संकट हरना। शिव कैलाशों के वासी, धौली धारों राजा, शंकर संकट हरना। शिव कैलाशों के वासी, धौली धारों के राजा, शंकर संकट हरना। शंकर संकट हरना। कैलाशों का अंत न पाया, तेरे कैलाशों का अंत न पाया, पाया तो अंत तेरी माया। ओ भोले बाबा, पाया तो अंत तेरी माया। शिव कैलाशों के वासी, धौली धारों के राजा, शंकर संकट हरना। शंकर संकट हरना। बेल के पत्तियां, भांग धतूरा, बेल के पत्तियां, भांग धतूरा, शिव जी के मन को लुभा बाबा शिव जी के मन को लुभाए, शिव जी के मन को लुभाए, भोले बाबा शिव जी के मन को लुभाए। शिव कैलाशों के वासी, दौला धारों के राजा, शंकर संकट हरना, शंकर संकट हरना। एक ताडेरा तेरा चंबे रे जवाना, एक ताडेरा तेरा चंबे रे जवाना, दूजा लाया दिता बर मोरा, ओ भोले बाबा दूजा लाया दिता बर मोरा। शंकर संकट हरना, शंकर संकट हरना। शिव कैलाशों के वासी, धौली धारों के राजा, शंकर संकट हरना, शंकर संकट हरना, शंकर संकट हरना। Dakshinamurti Rupa, the silence that it is, it gives you immense solutions. Many people practically try this at your home. Dakshinamurti is the real power, the real silence what you've got. Then you've got, after you've got Dakshinamurti silence, next is union. There is no Shiva without Shakti. There is no Shiva without Shakti. There is no Shiva without Parvati's strength. Shiva is the consciousness, Shakti is the energy. Can you do anything without energy? No. There is no Shiva without Shakti. The first Shiva tattva is silence, the Dakshinamurti, the Parama Shiva. Second is Ardhanarishvara Rupa, the Shiva and Shakti's union. The third Shiva tattva is Sat Chit Ananda. It is Sat Chit Anand. In this Kali Yuga, unfortunately, in the times which we are living today, Sat is Satya, the truth. The truth is diminished. The truth is murdered. The truth is made mockery of today. Truth has no value today, but still, at the end of your life, you got to give your complete accounts. Like you do your income tax returns this month, you got to give the complete accounts. When you go there, Satya will be there. That is a Shiva's format of being truth. Sat, then Chit, that consciousness. That consciousness is very important. Once you follow the Shiva's tattva, you get that you start praying in silence, you will get Sat will be in your consciousness. The truth of who you are. I ask most of the people who come to me, the business people and all, I just tell them, you don't have to tell the world who you are. Right? You don't have to tell the world who you are. Tell yourself who you are. That's more than enough. That gives ananda. You have committed a certain, you have relieved, you want to relieve out of your grudges. You have some grudge on somebody, you've got some kind of typical negative feelings on somebody, something, it could be even rain today, the climate, just go and tell yourself the truth that this is what I wanted. Then that will make your Sat, your Chit, and it gives you Ananda. So here, Shiva Tattva is about Parama Shiva, the silence. I'm repeating again and again because by the time you leave this hall today, I want to be briefed with few Shiva Tattva forms. Parama Shiva is Ananda, you get that silence, then Satchitananda. And what do you do to get there, to get into silent mode? You get Satchitananda. What do you do in the middle? You pray Ardhanarishvara. Without Shakti, nothing is there. Bhavam Bhavati Sahitam Namami. Bhavam Bhavati Sahitam Namami. There is no Bhavam Namami, Bhavati Namami. Bhavam bhavati sahitam namami. When you go anywhere, you go to Lord Shiva, pray to him, just look at it, Parvati or Rajarajeshwari or Sati, whatever you get, you have to have that silence in you, then you have that Ardhanarishvara Anugraha, then you will definitely have that Satchitananda. And you will not be a person with so much grudges and all inside you. You just walk out as a free man. Have you ever seen when you are having some things in your mind for ages together and you let it out? Don't you feel you are very free? That's what happens. Because that is one of the Shiva's tattva, silence, union and all. Because once you have these three qualities, it's like that cloud. Right? Today, it's Bhadrapada Paurnami. Forget about that eclipse part. Today, even there are moon is there, clouds are obstructing the moon. You cannot see moon for some time. But when the clouds go away, you can see the moon. It's the same thing in life as well. When you do not know the Shiva Tattva and when you do not pray the Sadashiva part, the moons are covering in your life for a very longer time. When the moons are covered with clouds, when can the clouds be separated? The clouds can be separated with Satchitananda. If you want the truth, tell yourself, behave in a way where you like yourself. Behave in a way where you like yourself. Did I tell you that the society has to like you? No, the society doesn't have to like you. There may be many critics in your life, but you have to like yourself. You have to be with the Sat. Then your Chit will be happy. Then Ananda, the bliss that you carry, will be definitely there. So Ardhanarishvara Rupa has to be taken up, and that is where it is like a flame in the lamp where you go out and get things done. Because very short time, I'm just covering a few important things because all of us have to go back and prepare for the eclipse as well. So friends, here we have discussed about the three parts, the bliss, Satchitananda. Now we'll go on to the 5 Shuddha Tattvas. We'll go on to the 5 Shuddha Tattvas. The first is the Shiva Tattva. First is a Shiva Tattva, then is the Shiva Tattva is silence again. If you look at it, me being Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi's ardent devotee and an Advaita reader, I always believe silence is a solution, is an answer for most of the things in life. I'm not talking about yoga, meditation, whatever things, antics that people do. I'm just talking about mere silence. In the first part today I have said, close your eyes and the very first silence you see, Paramashiva. Close your eyes, very first silence you see Paramashiva, because the Shiva Tattva, Shiva Pancha Tattva, the 5 Shuddha Tattvas of Shiva, the first is silence. Second thing is the Shakti Tattva, where it is the energy. Then you have Sadashiva. Now we have discussed about Paramashiva. Now we are discussing about Sadashiva. Sadashiva is the third Shuddha Tattva of Shiva. Sadashiva is the will. This is the biggest problem in most of our lives today. How many have got the will to resurrect our life? How many have the will to resurrect our life? The will comes from Sadashiva. When you go to a very normal Shiva temple, you will see that manifested form of Shiva as Shiva Linga without any end in elliptical part. That Sadashiva can give you the will to do things. It's not about willpower. It is the acceptance. It is your acceptance to change things in life. Your acceptance to change things in life can be given by Sadashiva. That's the reason in India, nook and corner you find a Shiva temple, and people do go in the morning because they want to build their will inside. What happens if I go to Shiva temple is what many people ask. Sadashiva will build a will in your heart that I need to do these things today. That is the Shuddha Tattva of Shiva, Sadashiva's will. Then comes Ishvara Tattva. After Sadashiva Tattva, it is Ishvara Tattva. It is nothing but action. If there is just will things happen? No, you need action. Ishvara Tattva. Shiva Shuddha Tattvas, the fourth biggest thing is Ishvara Tattva. You cannot move anything in your life without Ishvara Tattva. That's the reason when you go to a temple, what normally has become a norm in our lives today, we go to a temple. I have seen many such people who go to a temple on their English birthday. It's not Sanatana. On their English birthday, even for that matter, our own calendar birthday, going just on that day, Ishvara Tattva cannot be absorbed. Ishvara Tattva has to happen from Shiva Tattva, then Shakti Tattva, then Sadashiva Tattva, then you get the Ishvara Tattva. There is a procedure in our Puranas. You got to follow the cycle. Just mere attending a temple on a birthday or any other anniversary doesn't mean that you get Ishvara Tattva. Action has to happen in life. Then you have to have all these tattvas. Once you acquired Ishvara Tattva, then you have Shuddha Vidya. This is the fifth Shiva Shuddha Tattva, which is Shuddha Vidya. If you carefully look in your life around, you have some specific skilled people, like a chartered accountant or an engineer or software and all, even a carpenter for that matter, a potter and all. Always if you see these specific skilled people, if you carefully examine, they might not be very happy with their income or their life and all, but they have a happy mindset. If you look at it, the artisans, the people who are specifically skilled, they have a happy mindset because Shuddha Vidya, the Vidya which doesn't have any corrupt motives, is Shuddha Vidya. If you look at Dakshinamurti, sit in front of him. When you get time, go to Tiruvannamalai next time. Go to the main temple. There is in the banyan tree, the biggest banyan tree in the part. You just see there, Dakshinamurti is silently sitting. Just sit in front of him. You are facing the north. He is facing the south. These are the directions normally not suggested for japa, but still you go sit there and you think about all the aspects of your life. Some ray of Shuddha Vidya comes into you. Shuddha Vidya. Today, US has imposed so many tariffs on us. Are we really that bothered? Are we really that bothered? No. Even the president there is worried. Why are they not bothered? Because we have skilled people with Shuddha Vidya. We can counter it. We have seen 5,000 years of British rule, Mughal rule, and all the rules we have seen. Can they damage Sanatana? No. Nobody can damage Sanatana in this world, and we are the warriors for Sanatana. Nothing can happen to Sanatana. Now it's there. 100 years down the line, Sanatana is there. Nobody can destroy Sanatana. All these foolish mimics, what they do about us, nothing can happen because we have Sadashiva's Shuddha Vidya. Shuddha Vidya, we have that skills. Entire US economy is working on our own Indian skill set. So friends, here, Shuddha Vidya Tattva is one of the Shiva Tattva. If you look into it today, when we started here, we thought that we know Shiva, but at least did we discuss one or two points which we didn't know today? Definitely, yes. So Shuddha Vidya is also a Vidya where definitely your skills will enhance. Many of us, we want our kids to get into IIT coaching, this and all. Vidya is Shuddha. It's not all about engineering, medicine and all. Even a pottery wheel, a potter makes a beautiful artisan, works on a painting. Even there also you can see Shuddha Vidya. It's about the craft. It's about the art. Only in the last 40, 50 years we are seeing importance for the skills because we are mostly, Vidya today is for financial aspects. Until you say Vidya, you see Vidya as financial settlement, things won't work out. That's the reason it didn't say Vidya Tattva. It's not Vidya Tattva, it is Shuddha Vidya Tattva. Shuddha Vidya is about skills which matter to the society. Why do you think the other so-called religions, they were during Shankaracharya's time, the greatest human beings in the world have lived for the shortest time, if you see. The greatest human beings in the world have lived for the shortest time. 32, 33-year-old Shankaracharya has got into Adhisthana. 16-year-old Jnana Sambandar just went to Adhisthana, liberated. Shankaracharya has always said that the skills which have to be mattered is always at the Sanatan Vidya. Why do you think so many religions, one Shankaracharya, 22 to 23-year-old, went to the Kashi and fought with many, more than 200 religions like Buddhism, Jainism, what all there at that point. He has argued with them and he has won that argument because he had Shuddha Vidya offered by Sadashiva. So Sadashiva, when you do the Shiva's linkage, the lineage is in such a way that it offers to Shuddha Vidya, and once you have Shuddha Vidya, there is nothing to worry about in life. That's the reason, as I said, the skilled people are the happiest ones even today. They might not make the biggest money, but still they are there. In few oldest temples in Tamil Nadu, when I go there, the kind of garlanding, the kind of things, even in Karnataka I've seen few temples, the kind of art, they're so happy, engrossed in doing such malas to the temple. In Tiruvannamalai, I was just talking to one guy who was sitting, he is one of the top 5 Fortune 500 companies, top 5 employee, right? He had settled in Tiruvannamalai. He goes to the temple every day, and there is the Apitakuchamba temple. He himself prepares the mala for 6 hours, being a vice president of a Fortune 500 company. Even today, you walk into Tiruvannamalai, evening time, 5:30 to 7:30, you see a guy with Ekavastra doing the flower work. He is the one who earns in crores. But his Shuddha Vidya says every day his mala goes to Apitakuchamba. That is Shuddha Vidya. So Vidya has to be acquired through this parampara. Parampara doesn't mean again Gurukuls, Vedic and all. This parampara of Dakshinamurti, silence, then praying to Rajarajeshwari, then getting on with that Shuddha Tattva, and then the Shuddha Vidya. So this is the Shiva Tattva fact, because Shiva is associated, the word Shiva, if you see, it has E in it. The E is the part of etymology, is happiness. Shiva is happiness. The word Shiva is Mangalam. Is Mangalam. Anything good, Shiva. Anything prosperity, Shiva. Anything you want, Shiva. And with there is no Ishvara Tattva in Shiva, it is Shava. Shiva, he needs Ishvara Tattva in it. That Ishvara Tattva is built from our great old temples. You go to any temple, Ishvara Tattva is built inside you, and you as Shava, you go there because this body is nothing. Maybe 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line, this body will be cremated, burned to ashes. But still, you are a living Shiva if there is no, you are a living Shava if there is no Shiva inside. Shivoham. We call Shivoham. Until you do not have Ishvara Tattva inside you, you are a Shava. Many Sanatanis, I don't use the word Hindus here, many Sanatanis proudly say, I am not that puja part types. Right? So you are a Shava. Simply, you are a Shava. Our Purana says, so did I say that? No, it's all Puranas. Shiva, you are Shivoham only. If you have Ishvara Tattva, you don't have Ishvara Tattva, the E is missing, it is Shava. Right? Don't forget about the word A here. Shiva, you remove the I, Ishvara Tattva. Even, I am telling you for easiness in English, you look at in Kannada, you look in Sanskrit, you pick up any languages, in Shiva, you remove that E, it is Shava. Because Shiva is a kind of a Lord, Devunka Dev. He's a Devunka Dev. He's a Devunka Dev. Akal mrityu wo mare jo kaam kare chandal ka. Akal mrityu wo mare jo kaam kare chandal ka. Bhakt ho mahakal ka, koi kuch mujhe bighad nahi sakta. This is what is about Shiva, because during Samudra Manthan, because we have very less time, I don't want to get into the complete episode. During Samudra Manthan, right, Shiva was the only god who was easily found to all the devatas to stop that poison halahala. And he has happily consumed that poison. And did he consume it inside? No. He stopped it here. Did he put it outside? No, he didn't do that. He was just holding that poison here just because hala hala, if goes out, it would spoil the world. it would spoil the world. And if hala hala comes in, because in his stomach, entire universe is there. So in his stomach, the entire universe is there. If he drinks that poison hala hala inside, his universe could be spoiled. He is the Srishti Karta. So universe could be spoiled. So he stopped it there. Lord Goddess Parvati has put her hand to stop it there, because hala hala is such a poison which cannot be taken. This is, many people say, did it really happen? What are those proofs? Show me that things and all. If you carefully look into it, all these people, whether Lord Rama or Krishna or latest our own Guru Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, why do you think these people come to this planet? Why do you think these people come to this planet? They just come to this planet to show the way of living. You can do this later. You can do this later. So these greatest human beings, the gods, come to this earth to show us how to live. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi lived a life of silence to show us that silence can achieve anything in life. If Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi didn't show us the way of silence, today we would have doubted the silence. We would have thought silence is not the way of life. Because Ramana Maharshi has taught us, Lord Rama has taught us the discipline is life. All these people come to this world to show us how things can happen. This poison again is avoiding that poison, not to do it, but to transform his life in everybody's life here also. If you have that kind of poisonous elements, don't spit it out. That poisonous elements could be your work, your relationships, right? Your career, your whatever you have, those poisonous elements here, the Sthiti Pragnata, it's called Sthiti Pragnata, is all about holding that hala for a while and keeping it and do not absorb it inside. Many of us absorb our poisonous things into us and spoil our life. Right? Many of there are some dangerous conditions in the work, you just absorb it. There is something your wife said in the morning, or husband said in the morning, your mother, sister has said something in the morning, you just absorb it. Right? There is a very hard rain, there's traffic and all, you can just sit and enjoy the things, but still you absorb it. So Lord Shiva, the Parama Shiva Tattva told us, do not absorb the poison, just keep it here. And did he ask you to spit it out? No. What we normally do, somebody tells us something in the morning, the whole day, equal amount of, for example, 100 ml of poison is given to you in the morning, not literally poison, some kind of negative thing to you, you take it 100 ml, 10 ml each you distribute to everybody you meet in the day. Right or no? Right? We do that. Just go and spit it out everywhere, wherever we talk to, we have the dangerous tongue and keep on saying it. Did Shiva do that? No. Shiva never did it. Shiva has just put it here, and his beautiful poison, what he has done, that made his face beautiful, he has become Nilakantha. Today, that name Nilakantha is because that hala he was holding here. It's about the Sagara Manthana shows us that this is the way to live. You hold the poison, don't spit it out. Right? So here, there are sacrifices of many people here. The Lord Vishnu was participating as a tortoise. Vasuki was participating. Mount Mandara is like our life today. Mount Mandara is our life today. The Mount Mandara was churned with Vasuki. Right? Many people, if you look at life today, not all, some say we are happy, we are prosperous, but Mount Mandara is our life. We are being churned by whom? Vasuki. Conditions of life, samsara, the vasanas of previous janmas, the samskaras of previous janmas, all these things are like Vasuki. Mount Mandara is we are living here and we are daily participating in Samudra Manthan, or are we not? Every day's life is Samudra Manthan, daily sometimes poison, and there comes a day where there will be huge nectar, and all the time your life has both the ganas, Deva ganas and Asura ganas, both of them are standing next to you. Right? Sometimes your boss at work could be that Asura gana, right? Sometimes somebody at home can be that Asura gana or Deva gana. Your Mount Mandara is your life and you have both the ganas there. They are doing that Sagar Manthan, but whenever, be ready. Was Shiva there when Amrutka, when the nectar has come in that? No. Shiva was not there. It was the duty of Keshava to go and distribute the nectar to the gods. Okay, there's another story where it's not given to Asuras and all, but Shiva wasn't there. Shiva wasn't there. Shiva tattva tells you that be prepared for the poisonous situations. Don't be prepared for the happiest situations. Happiest situations can come, go anytime, but be prepared for the dangerous situations. Shiva was never there in that. Neither those devatas went to Shiva that nectar has come, the amrita has come. They didn't tell him. He was only supported, he was only concerned, contacted when Halahala was there. So Samudra Manthan is a daily story in our life. Right from the home, you go out, traffic is one Manthan. You go to workplace is a Manthan. You go outside is a Manthan. Always be ready with the Asura Ganas standing next to you and Devaganas. Use those Devaganas, get the poison, keep it blocked and get on with life. But does ego allow us to do that? Our ego, I am so and so. Right? I see many people write the designations in front of them, so and so CA, so and so engineer, so and all. That ego doesn't allow. Lord Narada, known to be one of the most balanced person in our Puranas. Lord Narada, once he wanted to do an immense penance, like he wanted to do a very good tapasya for years together. He just went there, he was ready to do tapasya there, and he was doing that tapasya for ages together, and all the devatas, especially Indra, was very much worried. If Lord Narada gets immense powers, he might take my position, right? He might take my position, so he just tried to disturb Narada. If you read, how many of you, I don't know, because I got the occasion, I'm telling you, just buy a small book called Narada Sutras. In any of the bookstall, you get it. Narada Sutras, beautiful literature. You read it, you know everything about bhakti. It's the Bhagavad Gita of bhakti, right? So Narada Sutras is a story from him. So Indra was disturbing him. He sent Kamadev. He has put all the arrows on him. Nothing would happen. He has done all the things. He has used power. He has used karma. He has used everything, but nothing would happen. Lord Narada came out from that penance, and he directly went to Lord Shiva. Where did Lord Narada do this penance? It was in Himalayas near Kailasha, a cave next to where Shiva was sitting, Shiva's abode. And this is the same cave where Shiva has done penance, tapasya for a very long time. He went directly to Lord Shiva. He said, look at me. Then in Lord Narada, that ego has built up. That ego has built up. Look at me. I have done tapasya for years together, thousands of years. Their thousands of years are not like us. In Satyuga, the time was different. So thousands of years I've done that. Look at me. Nobody can beat me. My ego is built and I'm the greatest of all times. Lord Shiva told him simply. Lord Shiva, as I said, in the form of Parama Shiva, is always silent. He said, you have told this to me, fine, but never tell this to Lord Vishnu Narayana. Because he knows the truth. And he is the Maya of our life. He can create Maya. So he said, you never tell to Narayana, you tell Brahma or anybody, never go to Narayana and tell that. He just went to Brahma, and finally Narada went to Lord Narayana, Vishnu, and said the same thing. He said, Shiva has alerted me, but still my ego, does it allow me? Does it allow me? He just said to Lord Vishnu that I am the warrior, nobody could disturb me. Lord Vishnu being Mayavi, right? He said, okay, I will try. And Lord Narada, when he went outside Narada, Vishnu has created a beautiful kingdom. Beautiful kingdom. And the kingdom, it had a princess called Srimati. And Lord Narada looked at her, and this is where Kamadeva has tried it really with the help of Lord Shiva. Because Lord Vishnu knows that this Lord Narada is successful because he has done the tapasya in Shiva's abode. In Kailasha, if you are a Shiva Bhakta, Kamadeva can't disturb you. If you are a Shiva Bhakta, Kamadeva can't disturb you. All the Asuraganas cannot disturb you because he himself is a Bhuteshwar Nageshwar. Because he himself is a Bhuteshwar and Nageshwar, nobody will disturb you. Narada went out, he has fallen in love with that princess, and he came back to Lord Vishnu. The ego has vanished, the karma has started. He came back to Lord Vishnu, he said, I want to marry her, give me your face. Because I am Narada, give me your face. You are indebted to me, I have done so much tapasya, give me your face. Lord Vishnu said, take my face and go. But Lord Vishnu has given him the monkey's face. Lord Vishnu gave him a monkey's face. He went to Swayamvara. Everybody was laughing at him. He couldn't realize. He thought, I am Lord Vishnu today. And Lord Vishnu is somebody. Lord Krishna it is. Any other the people in the world would like him, male, female, anybody. His beauty is as such. Narada thought, I am done today. I will go and get it done. But still, he went there. He was rejected. He came back. He was shown the mirror. You are a monkey. Then he came back to Lord Vishnu and said, he was very angry. He said, I give you a shrapa. In next janma, you would be born in the earth. And you'll be born in the bhumi, you'll go there and you will have the same viraha which I have with Srimati today. And you will ask the help of a monkey to get back your Srimati. And this is what Lord Rama's Janma is all about. This is Lord Rama's Janma iti Vrittantam. So Vishnu said, it's all fine. This is Shiva Agya. He said only one thing. He never said, oh, do I have to go back again? We have so many questions. With somebody which tells something to us, we have so many questions. Lord Vishnu said, it is Shiva Agya. A person who has got no mother, no father, no guna, nothing. It is Shiva Agya. I take it as Shiva Agya. I'll go to this Bhu Prapancha and I face all these things. I will go because it is Shiva Agya. Without Shiva Agya, you wouldn't have been here. So such is the power of Shiva Agya. There are few attributes of Shiva like Matruhina, Pitrahina, Dhanahina, Gunahina, Grahahina, Udasina, Vipina Vihari hai, Vipina Vihari hai, Shish Ganga Bala Chandra Netra Lal Kantha Vyal, Asma Yukta Jana Yukta Jata Jutta Dari hai, Jata Jutta Dari hai, Bhuteshwar Nageshwar Dhamara Trishulधर भूतेश्वर नागेश्वर डमर त्रिशूलधर असुचि का घर बैल तेरा सवारी है सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम जिसे कहे वेद सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम जिसे कहे वेद कन्या का तुम्हारे वैशिव अधिकारी है कन्या का तुम्हारा वैशिव अधिकारी है. So this is the power of Lord Shiva. Even Lord Vishnu obeys the orders of Lord Shiva. When we go to the temple, I'll just end up in a few moments. I don't want to take your time. I know everybody wants to go back for that preparation of eclipse. Another 5-10 minutes, we're done. But I'll come back next time if you want me to. If you want me to. Alright? So here, when we go to a temple, there are two forms. One is Linga Akara, Linga Rupa, other one is Alinga Rupa. These are the two things which we have. Linga Rupa is the manifested form of universal consciousness. Just remember this word, it's very simple. Linga Rupa is manifested form of universal consciousness and Alinga Rupa is the unmanifested form of universal consciousness. Simple. So when we go here, we look at the elliptical part of Shiva Linga. There are Panchatattvas nearby it, and you see the elliptical part. And this Linga comes from the Alinga Rupa. Alinga is the eternal universal consciousness. We cannot manifest Lord Shiva. But to make things easier for these generations and even right from Satyuga, manifested part of elliptical linga is shown to us, which come from the Alinga format of the linga. These are two Shiva Tattvas. But Alinga format is the one which saves you, which is there with you all the time. If you think that if I go to Shiva Linga only, then things happen. It is not that. You got to be making sure that it's different. Shiva Bhakti doesn't come from a specific temple. Yes, because Narada has performed the tapas in Kailasha, he got the result. Place matters, but place doesn't matter every time. So every time you can't be sitting in a Shiva temple. That's the reason Alinga Rupa is also there. If you look at Upamanya, there was a great saint called Upamanya. He was hardly 3-4 years old. His father left his family for tapas in the forest. he always used to be playing with around kids were very rich enough. They were drinking milk. Upamanyu asked his mother, can you serve me milk as well? Then she said, I can't do it. But a little child was always and always and always forcing her, pestering her to give him milk. One day, what she has done, she has got few rice flour mix. She has put into water. She said, this is the milk, have it. Child being a child, just taken that milk glass and he wanted to enjoy with the other kids. They have proved it, this is not milk, it's flour. He goes back to his mother and asks her, how can I get milk? She said, Shiva. Look at the parenting in those days. She said, Shiva is somebody, he is the ultimate father. You may not have your biological father next to you. Shiva is the ultimate, he is a universal father. Pray him. You will get whatever you want. And Upamanyu, at a very small age of 6, he left his mother, went into the forest, has done penance, tapasya for ages together, and finally, Shiva appeared in front of him as Indra. He's appeared in front of him as Indra. Indra came to Upamanyu and said, why are you praying Shiva? Why are you praying Shiva? He has got ash on his body, his jata, jhuta, nothing is there with him. What will he give you? What will he give you? He'll give you nothing. Just ask me what you want. I'm the king of this entire thing. I can give you anything. Look at me. I'm so much of jewelry, so much rich I am. Kubera is somebody, borrows money from me. You ask me. And he started abusing Shiva. Upamanyu, with his tapobhal, has started sacrificing his life for Shiva because he couldn't listen to Shiva Khandana. As a real Sanatani, I am telling you friends, wherever you go, anybody criticizes Sanatan Dharma, just be a warrior, take the knife and fight no matter you give your life, because Sanatana has to be protected. Upamanya has told us, Sanatana has to be protected. He said, I cannot listen to this, either I will kill you or I get killed. And while he has tried to kill him, a 6-year-old kid cannot kill Indra, so he was trying to kill himself. Then Shiva appeared in the real form, and this was that Parama Shiva form. He said, so you are so much ardent devotee of me. Then he asked, what do you want? What do you want? He said, I want nothing. He came for the milk. He said, I want nothing. And Shiva has given him, he said, I want nothing. I want Shiva Bhakti for my entire life. I want Shiva Bhakti for my entire life. That's the only thing I want, he said. Then he said, done. And today you see 1008 names of Sahasranama Shiva Sahasranamavali was written by Upamanyu. So here friends, here you do not have, Bhakta doesn't need age. Bhakta doesn't need to ask anything. Bhakta doesn't need to ask for prosperity and all. Bhakta, all he needs is, he shouldn't be listening to the criticizing of any god. First thing. Second thing is, always, Shiva Bhakti is not easy. Many people say, Shiva Bhakti is not easy. Shiva tests you in all formats of life. Many people, if you see, the initial days of Shiva Bhakti are tough. The initial days of Shiva Bhakti are very tough. You will see the test coming in. Upamanyu was tested where he could have taken his life completely. So here, Shiva Bhakta, all you need to ask is, give me Shiva Bhakti. And madness. There is a mantra of Shiva, if you see, Unmatta Chandra Shekaraya Namaha. Unmatta Chandra Shekaraya Namaha. If you see this word, Unmatta, Kannada, Tamil, Sanskrit, Telugu, whatever Malayalam, you take this word Unmatta. Unmatta is madness. Madness, intoxicated madness. Not normal madness. Intoxicated madness. Unmatta. Unmatta Chandra Shekaraya. Unmatta Shekaraya Namaha. This is a word. Even when you call Shiva mad also, he is there for you. You call him mad also, he is there for you. You don't have beautiful flowers, you give him datura, he is there for you. You give belpatra, he is there for you. You give him bhang, he is there for you. Unmatta, you call him also, he is there for you. Because he is madly intoxicated with hala, and he is there for you always, whatever names you call. Many people, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi is not a lineage guru, but a kind of a guru. He was living in Tirunamalai, Sheshagiri Swamigal. I don't know, most of you might have heard him. There's an ashram next to Ramana ashram. When you go to Tiruvannamalai next time, just visit his ashram. People used to call him mad. Many people, many great people in the world are called mad. Even Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, once a British officer said to another saint that this guy has gone mad, he's mad. The saint said, Parameshwara, please give that madness what Ramakrishna Paramahamsa has. Saint said, please give me the same madness which Ramakrishna Paramahamsa had. Sheshagiri Swamigal in Tiruvannamalai, he was roaming on the roads like a mad person because Unmatta Shekaraya Namaha, he was like Shiva. He was just roaming on the roads. Once there was a huge Tamil wedding going on, around 2,000 people, food was prepared. Normally in those days, Tamil marriages used to have sambar and rice. 2,000 people sambar was put in a very big vessel. Just Sheshagiri Swamigal, whenever he used to go to anybody's house, people used to just go and leave it. Not like us. If anybody comes in that format to our house, we will clear him off, right? But in those days, he just went there and he has seen that sambar for 2,000 people with a great strength. He was a powerful man. With a great strength, he has flown it down, he has thrown it away. People thought, what a mad person, what to do. Like this guy is always that unmatta type of a feeling he has got. And they said that we will clear this vessel and do it again. And when they were clearing the vessel, there was a very good poisonous, very big poisonous snake floating in that sambar. He has saved the lives of almost 2,000 plus people. Such is the power of Shiva. That's the reason Vishnu said, I have no wonder, Shiva Agya. So friends, from Sheshagiri Swamigal's life and Lord Vishnu's Sri Ramachandra Maryada Purushottama's life, what we need to know is anything happens in life, it is Shiva Agya. I want all of you to say, anything happens in your life, it is Shiva Agya. Without Shiva Agya, nothing happens. Anything happens to you tomorrow, you become a millionaire, it's Shiva Agya. You lose your life tomorrow, it's Shiva Agya. You do whatever in life, it's Shiva Agya. You become a Shiva Bhakta, it is Shiva's permission. Shiva's Bhakta is Shiva's permission. Rest is all Shiva Agya. So friends, let us close it today. Many people, like normally I say this in most of my satsangs these days, many people come to me with a normal, common question. Acharya ji, we are seeing some people are very happy in life, some are sad. It's the first question. Second thing is, we have seen those people who have committed so many mistakes, so many papa, so many things, so many bad deeds, abusing and all such things, but still they are happy. Why is it that these people are not punished? Why is this? That these people are not punished? Because samsara is a web. Samsara is a web, and you have very many vasanas and samskaras in your samsara from your previous life also. Right? So in Japan recently, there was a few years back, there was a new cage for monkeys. The monkey, like there were some fruits in the cage, the hunter has put the cage, and the monkey has to get in and get the fruits. This monkey went in, it has put the hand in the cage, right, and it catches the fruit. If it leaves the cage is designed in such a way that if it leaves the fruit, then the hand will come out. If it doesn't leave the fruit, hand will not come out. That's how the cage was designed. And it was so easy for the hunter to go in the evening. Every cage had a monkey with it. Every cage had a monkey with it. Friends, even today, if you want to be a Shiva Bhakta, your hand is inside, your samsara is holding you. Leave that fruit, get that out, you will become a Shiva Bhakta. If you want the fruit and Shiva Bhakti both, you will be hunted. That's what happens. So this is the biggest example. To clear your samsaras and your sanskaras and vasanas, your delusions, your lineages, your additions, your all the kind of residual inferences from the previous life, Shiva Bhakti, Shiva tattva is the only way which you can do. Shiva Bhakti has to be way wherein there should be never any disturbance in your life. When you are a Shiva Bhakta, you should be devoted to that. I'm not saying that you leave your grahastha life. Many of you may say this, Acharya might be telling something. We go out, my wife calls, my husband calls and all. That will happen. Right? All the greatest saints in your life, in your Puranas, if you see, they are the ones who have lived in the Grihastha ashram only. They're not all sannyasis, right? In Kali Yuga, sannyasa is not given to everybody and anybody. So here, friends, if you're leaving samsara, doesn't mean leaving people totally. Leaving samsara is leaving that bondage of emotion slowly. And people think, I will do it at my 65. Are you healthy enough to do it 65? No. 70? No. You got to start it right now. Shiva Bhakti is leaving the disillusioned being inside you. If you are not there, you can check it out tomorrow. You sit down carefully and write the things which will not happen when you are not there in this world. Everything will happen. Everything will happen. They might not happen in the same way. They might happen better. They might happen better, sometimes a bit worse, but things will move on. Don't be like that monkey who was wanting the fruit, who was wanting liberation. Right? Fruit, liberation can both be given. Shiva doesn't allow you both. Shiva gives you only one. Shiva Bhakti has to be in a very devoted way. One last example I'll tell you and we close it here. There was a great saint called Vachaspati Mishra. He was a greatest saint of his times. His guru has said that you write all these Vedantas and all, and I will give you my daughter in marriage. He got married his daughter and he started writing. Vachaspati Mishra is the only person in the universe who has written in all the schools. Vedanta school, Shiva school, Kashmiri Shaivism, any school, all the Vaishnava school, all the schools he has written, and for 30 long years he was writing and writing and writing. Daily life was going on, Grihastha Jivan was going on. He was eating, he was feeding, everything was being done. After 30 years, while he was writing, he has seen a strange woman passing in front of him. He is done with all these works. Vedanta, all works were done. He was just seen a strange lady passing by. He asked her, who are you? He asked her, who are you? She said, I am your wife Bhamati, who is serving you since 30 years, and I'm helping you to do this great creation. You are a Grihastha even today, but he has done a great job. And all his works today also, if you go and check back, Vachaspati Mishra's all works are dedicated to Bhamati. So here it comes, Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami. So here, make your better half, not just husband, wife, or whoever, friend or whatever, make them a part of their life. Only then things can work out, only then things will be good enough. We have to leave that samsara, only then it happens. Many bad people have good things in life just because they have samskaras, they have vasanas from the past life. Good that you don't have it and you are happy. Arunachala Shiva. I want to just close with I was supposed to talk more, but I want you to be relieved of the stress of eclipse. So I want to just close with a very good bhajan, which I like in this part of this world, a Kannada Telugu bhajan, right, from Dr. Rajkumara, from Bedada Kannappa movie, if you allow me. And I may not be that good in Kannada, right? So still I try. Shiva Bhakti I wasn't good, even today I'm not good, but I tried. Advaita I tried. Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi gave me all the opportunities in the world. I try everything in this, and today I try the Kannada bhajan of Dr. Rajkumar also. Right, friends, we get this bhajan and then we call it a day. Sharano Shankara Shambho Karanadarupa Morayani Alisi Paliso Sarvesha Shivappa Kayatande Muruloka Swami Deva ಹಸಿವೆಯನ್ನು ತಾಳಲಾರೆ ಕಾಪಾಡಯ ಹರನೇ ಶಿವಪ್ಪೋ ಕಾಯ ತಂಡೆ ಮೂರು ಲೋಕ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ದೇವ ಹಸುವೆಯನ್ನು ತಾಳಲಾರೆ ಕಾಪಾಡಯ ಹರಲಿ ಭಕ್ತಿಯಂತೆ ಪೂಜೆಯಂತೆ ಮುಂದುವರಿಯನ ಭಕ್ತಿಯಂತೆ ಪೂಜೆಯಂತೆ ಮುಂದುವರಿಯನ ಪಾಪವಂತೆ ಪುಣ್ಯವಂತೆ ಕಾನಿನಯ ಪಾಪವಂತೆ ಪುಣ್ಯವಂತೆ ಕಾನಿನಯ ಹರಲಿ ಶಿವಪ್ಪ ಕಾಯ ತಂಡು ಮೂರು ಲೋಕ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ದೇವ ಹಸುವೆಯನ್ನು ಕಾಳಲಾರೆ ಕಾಪಾಡಯ ಹರಲಿ ಶುದ್ಧನಾಗಿ ಪೂಜಗಾಯೇ ವಾಲಿವೆಯಂತನಿ ಶುದ್ಧನಾಗಿ ಪೂಜಗಾಯೇ ವಾಲಿವೆಯಂತನಿ ಶುದ್ಧವೋ ಅಶುದ್ಧವೋ ಶುದ್ಧವೋ ಅಶುದ್ಧವೋ ನಾ ಕಾನೆ ದೇವನೇ ನಾಡವಂತೆ ವೇದವಂತೆ ಒಂದು ತಿಳಿಯನ ನಾದವಂತೆ ವೇದವಂತೆ ಒಂದು ತಿಳಿಯನ ಬೆಂದ ಜೀವನೊಂದು ಕೂಗೆ ಬಂದು ನೋಡಯ ಬೆಂದ ಜೀವನೊಂದು ತಂದೆ ಬಂದು ನೋಡಯ ಹರಲಿ ಶಿವಪ್ಪ ಕಾಡು ಕಾಯ ತಂಡೆ ಮೂರು ಲೋಕ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ದೇವ ಹಸಿವೆಯನ್ನು ತಾಳಲಾರೆ ಕಾಪಾಡಯ ಹಸಿವೆಯನ್ನು ತಾಳಲಾರೆ ಕಾಪಾಡಯ ಏಕಚಿತ್ತದಿ ನಂಬದಿ ವಾರಿನ ಸಾಕಿ ಸಾಲಹವೆಯಂತಪ್ಪ ಏಕಚಿತ್ತದಿ ನಂಬದಿ ವಾರಿನ ಸಾಕಿ ಸಾಲಹವೆಯಂತಪ್ಪ ಸೋಟವಾರಿಸುವ ದೇವನೆಂದರೆ ಬೇಟೆಯ ತೋರೋ ಎನ್ನಪ್ಪ ಸೋಟವಾರಿಸುವ ದೇವನೆಂದರೆ ಬೇಟೆಯ ತೋರೋ ಎನ್ನಪ್ಪ ಲೋಕವನಂದುವ ಎನ್ನಪ್ಪ ಲೋಕವನಂದುವ ಎನ್ನಪ್ಪ ಬೇಟೆಯ ತೋರೋ ಎನ್ನಪ್ಪ ಬೇಟವ ತೋರೋ ಎನ್ನಪ್ಪ ಹರನೇ ಶಿವಪ್ಪ ಕಾಯ ತಂಡೋ ಮೂರು ಲೋಕ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ದೇವಾ ಅರುಣಾಚಲ ಶಿವ ಅರುಣಾಚಲ ಶಿವ ಅರುಣಾಚಲ ಶಿವ
ಅರುಣಾಚಲ ಶಿವ.
ಹೇಗೆ
Thank you all again for coming to
ಭಾಷೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಭಾವ ಒಂದು